In a world driven by headlines, where public opinion can shift in a matter of seconds and viral moments define legacies, very few confrontations manage to captivate the entire globe. But what unfolded recently between tech billionaire Elon Musk and Hollywood icon Whoopi Goldberg wasn't just a story. It became the story. A legal battle that grew from a war of words to a full-blown cultural clash. A showdown between powerhouses from two different worlds. It started quietly. A few offhanded remarks here and there. A tweet, a response, a debate on a daytime talk show. But as tensions escalated, so did the stakes. Soon, the world was watching as Elon Musk filed a bombshell defamation lawsuit against Whoopi Goldberg, a move that not only shocked the entertainment industry, but sent the internet into a full-blown meltdown. The question wasn't just who would win the case. The real question was, what was really at stake? Was this a matter of personal pride, or was it something far bigger? Was this a battle for truth in an era where narratives are manipulated like clay? Or was it simply a billionaire using his power to silence a voice that challenged him? One thing was clear. This wasn't just about two celebrities anymore. This was a war between ideologies, between tech and media, between influence and resistance, and the world couldn't look away. The feud didn't begin in a courtroom, it began on a screen. Elon Musk, the outspoken CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, was never one to play by traditional rules. He disrupted industries, dismantled norms, and redefined what it meant to be a public figure in the digital age. When he purchased Twitter in 2022 and rebranded it as X, it sent shockwaves through Silicon Valley and mainstream media alike. But not everyone was impressed. Whoopi Goldberg, co-host of The View and a voice millions have followed for decades, was one of the most vocal critics of Musk's acquisition. Her criticisms weren't subtle. She accused him of destabilizing an already fragile online ecosystem, turning a social media platform into what she called a megaphone for chaos. During a particularly heated segment of The View, Goldberg lashed out at Musk's policies, especially his decision to charge for verified checkmarks. Selling credibility for $8? That's not free speech. That's a scam, she said. The audience applauded. The clip went viral, and the internet took sides. But Musk doesn't ignore fire. He walks into it. Shortly after Goldberg's comments, Musk tweeted a cryptic message. Some pretend to speak for truth, but they only defend their own power. He never mentioned Whoopi by name. But the timing was no coincidence. And neither was the next tweet. I've got receipts. The internet exploded. What receipts? What proof? What exactly did Elon Musk have that could silence one of the most recognizable figures in American television? It wouldn't be long before the world found out. In the weeks that followed, speculation reached a fever pitch. Then it happened. Musk filed a lawsuit accusing Whoopi Goldberg of defamation. The legal filing sent shockwaves through the media, according to Musk's legal team. Goldberg wasn't just voicing opinions. She was leading a deliberate campaign to destroy his reputation. The lawsuit alleged that she had collaborated with media insiders, participated in coordinated efforts to discredit him, and even accepted financial incentives to intensify her attacks. It sounded like a Hollywood thriller, but this wasn't fiction. These were real accusations, presented in a real courtroom with real consequences. Suddenly, the casual jabs between a tech mogul and a daytime talk show host had escalated into something far more serious. Musk's attorneys claimed to possess a trove of evidence, emails, private messages, documents, each one pointing toward a shadowy web of influence and manipulation. If true, it would not only devastate Goldberg's reputation, but also expose the hidden hand behind much of the mainstream media's narrative. Machine. If false, it would be a stunning abuse of power, proof that billionaires could weaponize the courts to silence critics. Either way, the world was watching. The day of the trial, media crews gathered outside the courthouse. Commentators, legal analysts, influencers, they were all there. This wasn't just a legal proceeding. This was an event. Inside the courtroom, the atmosphere was electric. Elon Musk arrived with his legal team, calm and collected. Dressed in a dark suit, he looked more like a man on a mission than a CEO fighting a personal grudge. Across the aisle, Whoopi Goldberg entered with quiet resolve. Her usual charisma was replaced by a stoic expression. The tension between them was unmistakable. Then, the evidence came. Musk's team laid out a collection of documents that sent a jolt through the courtroom. Emails between TV producers discussing ways to target Musk. Texts praising Goldberg's attacks on him as on-brand and effective. Records suggesting certain media personalities received incentives tied to anti-Musk coverage. As the documents were read aloud, Goldberg sat motionless. Her expression was hard to read, but the weight of the moment was undeniable. For the first time, the accusations weren't just rumors or tweets. They were official, they were detailed, and they were public. For Goldberg, the fallout was immediate. Social media erupted. Fans were divided. Some stood by her, insisting that she was being unfairly targeted. Others were shocked, questioning everything they thought they knew. Was she truly part of a broader plan to control public opinion? Had she crossed a line in her criticism of Musk? Or was she just being punished for speaking her mind? As the pressure mounted, Goldberg broke her silence in a televised interview. "I have nothing to do with any conspiracy," she said. "I spoke my truth, and I'll continue to speak it. I won't be bullied into silence." But her defiance only added fuel to the fire. "He won't silence me," she declared. Those words echoed across the internet, sparking a new wave of debates. To some, they were the words of a warrior refusing to back down. To others, they sounded like the last gasp of a collapsing legacy. Meanwhile, the legal machine continued to roll forward. As the trial unfolded, the media world fractured. Some outlets rallied behind Goldberg, questioning the legitimacy of Musk's evidence and painting the lawsuit as a calculated distraction. Others shifted their tone, reconsidering earlier stances, and even suggesting that maybe, just maybe, there was something rotten beneath the surface of media influence. Sponsors began pulling back. Advertisers hesitated. Television executives held emergency meetings. Goldberg's show faced backlash. Not from critics, but from brands, from executives, from the invisible machinery that powers the entertainment industry. Suddenly, her future looked uncertain, and yet she wasn't alone. Her defenders launched campaigns online, claiming she was the victim of a billionaire's vendetta. Hashtags like "Stand with Whoopi" trended, while Musk's supporters countered with "Truth Matters." And media exposed, the internet had become a battlefield. Truth became subjective. Every tweet was ammunition. Every headline, a weapon. It wasn't about Whoopi Goldberg and Elon Musk anymore. This was about who controls the narrative, who controls speech, who defines truth. In an age where billionaires own platforms and media giants shape minds, the lines have blurred. Musk positioned himself as the defender of open discourse, standing against what he called manufactured outrage. Goldberg, meanwhile, stood as the voice of accountability, pushing back against what she believed was the weaponization of tech. And the rest of the world was caught in between. Legal scholars debated the implications. Was this a defamation case, or a warning shot to every journalist, host, and commentator who dared to criticize powerful people? Was this justice, or a performance? In one of the most memorable moments of the trial, Musk took the stand and said, "This isn't about silencing anyone. It's about exposing the truth. The people deserve to know when they're being manipulated." That line went viral. So did Goldberg's response. Truth doesn't belong to billionaires. And I won't be silenced, ever. Two worldviews, two visions of what truth means, and millions watching, trying to decide who to believe. The trial continued for weeks. Evidence mounted. Arguments clashed. But even before the final verdict, the impact was undeniable. Public trust in media dropped. Trust in tech didn't fare much better. People weren't sure who to believe anymore. And maybe that was the point. Goldberg's reputation took a hit, but so did Musk's. What emerged wasn't a clear victory, but a mutual erosion. In a post-trial interview, and whoever controls it, controls everything. The courtroom lights dimmed. The news cycle moved on. But the question remained, who controls the truth? Is it the billionaire with a platform the size of a continent? Is it the seasoned voice with a decades-long legacy on television? Is it the viewers, the public, the people caught in the middle? Elon Musk vs. Whoopi Goldberg wasn't just a celebrity showdown. It was a lens into something deeper, a system built on influence, a culture obsessed with outrage, a society grappling with who to trust in a time when trust feels impossible. The trial ended. The verdict came and went. But the impact? It's still being written, because in the battle between tech and media, fame and power, truth and narrative, there are no sidelines. Everyone is part of the story. And the next chapter? That's up to us.